Orleans, that's how you feeling?
To Alpha Talk episode 14. I appreciate everybody that is watching right now. Every week I will be having crazy shirts to put on. Today I have on my Golden Girl shirt for all the old school folks out there who like the Golden Girl episode. I mean show, TV show. I really liked it myself, but every week on the Alpha Talk podcast, I will have a crazy shirt to put on or something that everybody likes. I think next week I'm gonna try to go for the Rocket Power shirts, but if I can find one, I'll get one. But let's jump into the sponsors for today's episode. Today's sponsors will be DNT Investments. What is DNT Investments? DNT Investments is my dad's and my stepmom's company. They buy rental homes, they fix them up, and they put them back on the market. So if you would like to get in touch with them, you can at 254-334-9240. This podcast is also sponsored by Alpha Gaming. What is Alpha Gaming? Alpha Gaming is my own very gaming team. We had our own meeting today. It was a very important meeting to discuss the things that's coming in 2021. You can follow us on Instagram at Alpha Gaming Team _, Facebook Alpha Gaming Team, and the team is spelled TEAN, and I think one is at the end. So Alpha Gaming T. Yeah, it's just weird, but go follow us on all that. We have YouTube coming up soon, and we just have a bunch of stuff coming. So stay tuned for that. But for today, I just have a few topics. They're not nothing deep, but they're just some stuff that's been on my mind lately. And since, but besides COVID, everybody has been kind of like on their own little mission, and everybody's been like rocking that solo dolo mindset. So I don't want to blame COVID for it, but COVID kind of has been keeping everybody distant because everybody's been in this type of confusion trying to figure out like, oh, is it okay for me to go outside? Like, can I go to the grocery store? Like, where can I go work out at? Like, and a lot of people lose their mentality over just pandemic, like, and you shouldn't think like that. You shouldn't be so negative on yourself because as you can see when you get on social media, a lot of people have quarantine bodies. They've been getting real big, and they've been getting a lot of like weight on them, and a lot of people just lose it, man. They can't really figure out where to start back up. So I understand where you're coming from. I've personally been in it myself. I've gained since quarantine started last year. It wasn't for quarantine, but I blame my laziness. So I gained a like 235 pounds, and I was like, man, look, I can't keep doing this to myself. Like, I'm 24 years old. I don't have no degree. Like, I don't have anything, so I gotta get my life on track. Like, I have a gaming team, I have a podcast. I'm trying to work on a clothing line. Like, I do YouTube. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I do. Like, I have an active lifestyle. I can't be posting on social media with a big belly. Like, that doesn't look correct with the certain life that I want to live. So I had to figure it out. And so for the people out there that's going through it, like, just because your gym is closed, just because you can't go outside, you can go outside, you just can't go like to far distance. But there's a lot of athletes out here who are making home workouts, like, and nowadays since you can go order stuff online, like, things are restocked now. If you want to go get your squat bench, some dumbbells, go to Target. Like, do the necessary precautions. Like, yes, COVID is out here. If you're one of those people who are scared to go outside, take your precautions. Put your gloves on, put your mask on, wash your hands, do what you got to do, but don't be the person who's scared to just go outside. Like, live your life. Humans need that type of interaction. Like, we have to have some type of sunlight. We need that wind blowing in our face and our hair. Like, live the life that you was already living. Just be more precautious about it. Like, take your diet serious. Like, go grocery shopping, get your groceries delivered, whatever works. Cook the right meals up, and go do a workout. In my last episode, I did an episode where I was talking about that little voice in your head. You got to overcome that. You got to overcome that voice that's telling you, like, oh, we're going to stay in bed all day today and just be on social media. Like, no, if you have stuff to do, you need to handle it. If you don't handle it, time is just going to keep passing. Mother Nature doesn't wait for anybody. You can lay in bed all day and you'll realize, like, dang, I've been watching this YouTube video for about 3 or 4 hours and I haven't done anything. And you feel guilty about it at the end of the day. You go to sleep just feeling, me personally, I go to sleep feeling very just yucky with myself if I don't get things done the right way, and I feel bad the next morning. So everybody that's out there that's going through, let's just say, the struggle, we got to pick it up. We got to pick up the pace. There's people passing us. There's time passing. Like we got for people like me, I got people looking up to me. Like I have nothing to bounce back to. Like I have to keep going with what I'm doing. So if it's gonna take you a year or a couple months, like you know what your end goal is. You know what your dream is. You know what you have to do. Like stop listening to the people that's telling you like, oh, okay, it's 2021, but I'm gonna go to the bar and go get me a drink. But then I want to wake up and go work out. Like, yeah, like there is some people that on this earth that can do that. But for you, maybe that isn't for you. Maybe you do need to take a break from drinking and taking your life serious. Maybe you do need to wake up a little bit early and do your journaling and then go do some cardio. Like, get it together. Like, I'm gonna just tell you like how it really is. Like, there's people out here who are gonna sugarcoat for you and tell you the things that you want to hear. They're not gonna tell you like the truth of the matter. Like, people need to understand like you need to surround yourself with people who's gonna tell you the truth and only the truth. It might hurt your feelings, but I mean you know the truth, and that's the only thing that matters. And me personally, I've been going through this whole solo dolo phase, and being alone when times are tough. And for the people out there that's going through it, I'm with you, bro. Like it is what it is. Some people just go through that in life. Like all of our life, we've been surrounded by people, our friends, our family. But to be honest with you, like, and when you get to your early late 20s, man, you start realizing like, bro, like I really gotta toughen up. I really gotta like pull up my pants like a big boy, get my life together, and I might have to rock solo, but I'm gonna get the job done. And right now, I'm going through that, and I just realized, it's okay to be solo dolo. Like it's okay. You don't need to have all these people amongst in your life. Like since I was the age of 18 to like right where I am now, like at the age of 18, like my dad moved to Houston, and I personally didn't want to go with him, so I had to live with my sister and figure it out. Like my sister had her own life. She had kids and stuff. Like I had to figure it out. I didn't go to college. I didn't get no college degree. So it's like I've been figuring it out since the age of 18, and like I understand where you're coming from. All my life I've been surrounded with people, friends, and to be honest with you, all those were like bad influences on my life. Like I didn't get anywhere. I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't even have enough money saved up. Like I started realizing like a year or so ago that like I've been having the same clothes since the age of 18. Like what is this? Like what have I been doing my entire life? And 2020 made me realize like, man, like I really don't need friends. Like I really can do this alone. Like when friends come, friends will come. But as of right now, this is just my grind mode. Like this is my get serious mode. Like I have nothing to bounce back to. Like I keep saying, like, and a lot of people out there that they're going through that, and that they might be sad and depressed. It's like, man, like when is my time coming, man? Your time is coming. Just as long as you stay consistent, do the things that you got to do, and surround yourself by yourself or with positive people, you're good. And a lot of people in 2020 realize like, dang, like just because a pandemic happened, people will switch up on you for whatever. Like people might have switched up on you on your politic views, or people might have switched up on you because you changing your change of lifestyle. It's okay. Like it's okay, because at the end of the day, all that matters is you. You got to take care of yourself. You got to go hop in that shower. You got to put yourself to sleep. Maybe you need to do some homework or something. Like it does. It's okay. Like it all matters to you. Like if you have a bad day, we all have bad days, and you might get on social media and you might see a social media influence quotation influencer tell you like, oh man, I don't have no days off, or I don't have to do this and that. Like bro, stop lying. Like everybody needs rest. Like your body needs rest. Like you need to stretch, you need to do whatever it is. Like it's okay. You're gonna have days where you wake up and you just feel mopey, but as long as you get that one task done, you're good. You're putting one step in front of the other. Like you're doing okay. Like take care of that little, I don't want to say it, but take care of that little bitch voice in your head, and you're good. Your life is gonna be okay. And me personally, I'm starting to realize like, man, like it's a new year, it's 2021. This year I'm not doing no drinking at all. I've been doing pretty good about it. Like I've told you in a couple podcasts before, I've been working on my semen retention. That is gonna keep continuing going. And I'm starting to realize that maybe I need to start waking up a little bit earlier, and stop being so late for work. Like I was saying before, man, I was going through a phase where in 2020 the pandemic came, my checks was short, like I was being broke, like I was just going through a whole entire phase where it's like I don't even want to wake up for work. I'd rather just call in instead of going into work. And it got to the point where it made me realize like I really could have lost my job. Like I could have lost my apartment. I could have lost a lot of things. So I had to step up on the plate, man, and realize like, and just because all this happened in 2020, I have a new year to start from a new page. Start on the right path of being successful, and that's my plan. I'm tacking it. I'm doing great, and I feel very good about coming into 2021. And I think everybody, besides the fact of what's happening in the world, just take a break from politics, man. Like, get away from it. Like, everybody needs to take a cleanse from politics because we just been knowing, like, everybody knows what's been happening in the world with Trump, Biden. Like, we know what's been going on, the riots, the BLM. Like, man, and what bothers me the most is when you get on social media. As soon as you get on social media, man, like, you just see everything. You see COVID, you see the Capitol, you see the president. Like, man, that after a while, it's like, what's going on in the world? Like, am I going nuts or is the world going nuts? But like when you step outside and you put your phone down for a second, you go to the park, go to the lake, you start realizing like, wow, in my community, there isn't nothing like that going on. No crazy things. Like, my life is okay. And that's because social media has people influenced that the world is just crazy. But in reality, there's nothing going on in the world besides stupid politics that's been happening for the longest. You got these old folks, these 50-year-old, 70-year-old people just don't understanding how to handle. They probably don't even know how to handle their own life, but they want to try to direct us into the right path. And as you can see, it hasn't been going that way. So it's best to just take a break from social media or just politics in general. Like, do what you got to do to get your life on the right path, bro. Like, and it's not that hard to do. Is once you actually wake up, do your workout, eat clean, whatever it is, your brain's gonna start tingling like, oh snap, like this is what humans really are supposed to do. And what bothers me the most is when people be like, oh, you don't think back in the day, like, they were drinking? I mean, yeah, they were drinking, but did these people back in the day have a gym? Or like, no, like, these people were walking everywhere, they were getting fit. Like, it's just crazy how we came to the point in time in life where it's either you sit down on your butt and you not do anything, and you just not, and or you hang out with the wrong people. You're gonna get caught up sometime around the path of you going that way. And I learned my lesson in 2020. So for everybody that's going in 2021, I'm behind you. I support you, and I feel like y'all can get through it. So that's it. That's all you gotta do. If you gotta start taking a pen and paper out and writing down what you gotta do, do it. Like, write down the things that you have to do. And a lot of people would tell you like, oh, you need to write goals for the month or the week or like the whole year. But for me personally, I can't. I can write it down, but am I gonna do it? No. So I have to like actually write down. When I wake up, I have to write down what I have to do that specific day, because we only live day by day. We don't live week by week. So I gotta take care of the things that I have to in the day. So eventually it will lead up to you completing your goals at the end of the week, whatever it is you gotta do. If you know you gotta work out, go do cardio, or go grocery shopping, or get something done, or research paper done, or whatever. As long as you do it day by day, you're gonna complete your weekly goals, your monthly goal. Things are gonna start like falling into place. So just take your time and actually sit down and write, man. And like my dad always told me, man, the more you're on the move, the more you move, the more you get pulled over. So I use that type of terminology into like life. So the more you get up and move, and you're just moving around, you're not actually taking care of your responsibilities as an adult, you're gonna start realizing like, dang, like this is not going the way I need it to go. Like I'm not making the amount of money that I need to make. And a lot of things that people go through in life is money and money issues, because people would rather spend their people live check by check. Every time they get paid on a Friday, they can be like, "What's up, girl?" or "What's up, my boy? We going out tonight?" Nah, bro. Like, just take the moment and enjoy yourself. Self love. Stay home and enjoy yourself, or your spouse or your pets or whatever. I got 2 pets and I love them to death, so I'm gonna stay home and enjoy my time with my pets. I don't need to go spend no money because I'm not drinking this month. So what do I need to go spend money on? So just attack your goals, man, and get after it. And also, one more thing that I would like to talk about that goes with that topic is don't let anybody tell you you can't go after your dreams, because as long as you live in your dream and know your end goal of your dream, you're good, man. A lot of people and a lot of friends will tell you like, or if you give your, that's a bad example. If you give your friend, if you tell your friend an idea that you've been thinking about, truly and heartily about, and it makes you happy, like when you think about it, you're smiling. You're smiling so hard that people look at you like, why is this boy smiling? It's because you got this great idea, man. You never know. That's why people always say keep your mouth shut sometimes, because you never know. You might tell that idea to a friend, and your friend might take that idea and run with it, or he might use it in a different way, and obviously that's gonna hurt your feelings, man. So you gotta keep watch yourself out here in this world, who you talk to, who you associate with, because as I'm getting older myself, I'm starting to be more spiritual and have more talks with the Lord Himself, and family members teaching me the right paths and stuff to be more spiritual. So I believe in a lot of a lot of celebrities don't show their newborn babies on social media, or they won't go live with them. It's because like people have the devil's eye. Like you don't know who could be on social media while you're on live with your newborn baby. Who, like, babies, they see things that we don't see. Just like how dogs don't see things that we don't see. Like you never know who could be have that evil eye. Who could be staring through your baby through a camera. Like I believe a lot into that, because you don't know who is out there. You don't know who could be looking at you, watching you, your every move every single day. So you gotta stay 10 toes down, man, and take care of yourself. And or if you don't take care of yourself, man, you're gonna start seeing this trembling effect of having a negative lifestyle, man. And people wonder like, why am I going through this? It's because maybe yesterday you didn't do something that you were supposed to do today. Um, there's this saying that if you don't do something if you were supposed to do something yesterday, there's a word, a big word, but I can't remember the word. But if you don't do the things that you were supposed to do yesterday, then don't think about it today on the next day, because it's already in the past. It happened. Like you can't go back and fix it. So just make the next day a better day. But don't keep having these recurrent days over and over and over again. Um, take care of your responsibilities and do what you got to do. It's not that hard. So I also want to talk about the effects of what happens between your friends, you versus your friends. And I know a lot of people on my social media that I grew up with is going through this phase right now. Me personally, I went through that in 2020. But the difference between you and your friends is you are yourself. You can't be your friends. You can't be anyone else but yourself. And a lot of influencers will convince people to live the same lifestyle that they're living, but in reality, you can't live that life. And a lot of your friends will try to persuade you into living the same life as them. If they go out every weekend, obviously you're gonna go out every weekend because they're your friends. You know what I mean? Like if they're out there doing bad things, you're gonna go do the bad things too. I mean, yeah, you might one day you might say no, but the next day you're gonna be bored because you haven't had that time to be alone. You know what I mean? You haven't had that time to have some self love to yourself. You've always wanted to be. You're afraid to be alone. Um, and a lot of people don't understand that concept. It's just like how you and your spouse will be in the bedroom all day, but then like if she leaves to go to the grocery store, give it about an hour or two, you can be like, dang, like where's my girl at? Like where I wanna be rubbed on. I wanna touch on her. It's the same way with friends. If your friends aren't like hitting you up, you start feeling all this anxiety and stuff starts hitting you. Like, I need to find somebody to hang out with. I need to just do something, like something, something, something. And you got to understand, like, maybe I just need to take a break from my friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your friends might take it as an assault, like, as in, like, oh, or you don't want to be cool with me no more, or you don't want to be friends with me no more. Like, nah, bro, it's not like that. Like, I just need to take some time to have some me time. Like, maybe this weekend I just want to stay home all day and work on myself. There's nothing wrong with that. And you will have people doubt you and will tell you, like, oh, okay, cool. Then if you don't want to mess with me like that, then I don't want to talk to you. Cool. There's a bunch of, like you tell the women nowadays, there's a bunch of fishes in the sea. You can go find you some new friends, some more positive friends that's going to help you in your life. You got to surround yourself with people who make you happy and make you willing to put your foot down, man, and go attack your goals. Because the people will write these goals out and they won't even go do it. And that that bothers me, man. I learned my lesson on that. And some of your friends will beat you down until you get to the point where it's like, I don't have anything. And is that friend gonna be there for you? And most people will say, yeah, my friend will help me out. And yes, some do. But then it gets to a point in time where that person gets tired. They don't want to like help you anymore. They don't want to do these things for you. They don't want to come pick you up from work, like because we get older in life and we start realizing like our parents aren't really here. We gotta how are we gonna figure it out on our own? And then what sucks is for people like me who have always hung out with their friends and haven't had time to figure out what they want to do with their life, you're gonna start realizing like, oh dang, like I'm 26 years old, 27 years old. I didn't finish school and I don't know what I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that either because there's no age into anything. But like, come on, bro. You could have been handled your stuff, but you've been hanging out with the wrong people, hanging out with bad influencers, doing things that you're not really supposed to be doing. That's not okay. And you gotta have a change of lifestyle, man. You gotta change your friends around, change your family members, because a lot of family members would tell you the same thing your friends would tell you. They'll be like, "Oh, dang, like, well, don't you have a podcast show, or why didn't you mention me in it, or dang, or how come you didn't come see me, or something like that." And your family members will literally turn you down. And the biggest thing a lot of people need to understand is that your friends, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes your family members can be toxic, and that is a true event, and it really happens. Like, um, I don't want to use any family members for example, so I'm gonna just say Bob and Jerry. So Bob had a very great job, a job opportunity to go somewhere and live a different lifestyle, but Jerry, his brother, wasn't okay with him moving. So what Jerry would do, Jerry would avoid his calls. Jerry wouldn't help his kids out. Jerry wouldn't help anybody out because Jerry was so jealous that his brother Bob got a better job than him because he doesn't want to take Jerry doesn't want to take his life to a different level because he's okay with living the same lifestyle. He's okay with going to work, coming home, sitting down, waiting for his wife to cook him a meal, bring him the plate, and go to sleep. Like, people do that, and I be trying to tell people at work, like, all these people at my job would tell me like, "Hey man, like I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't want to work here." Okay, well, are you doing that, bro? I work with you. Like, you're going home early. Why are you going home early? Obviously, you're going home early to probably go back to sleep because I work nights. So obviously, you probably leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning to go lay back down in bed with your wife. You're being lazy. You're not going out there handling yourself. You say you want to make a change in your life. Well, have some self love. Understand that it's okay to be alone. Like, it's okay. There's nothing scary about it at all. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm just a very self introvert person anyway. So, but I think everybody needs that's going through the whole issue with their friends and family. Just take some time back and be the person who, like how I am with politics this year. I told myself this year I don't want to post anything about politics. I don't want to even like make a repost. I don't want to talk about it unless I'm on my own podcast. And why is that? Is because I just want to be the person who's on the bench this year. If people who understands that, like, I don't want to like ruin any friends. I know that's weird to say, but I don't want to ruin no friendships. I don't want to ruin anything. Like, I just want to be on the bench and be the guy that be like, "Hey, coach, don't put me in this game or next week. I just want to be." Matter of fact, we going all the way to the water boy vibe. So yeah, so it's the same way as that. Like, just take a break and be the person who is observing everybody. Um, and you need to start realizing like I need to make a change into my daily habits. People have bad daily habits. People will wake up, roll them up a bleezy, and sit down on their booty all day. Like, bro, like I get it. Like, you are stuck. I might get it. You are out of it. But like, bro, like you used to be a person who was like out there going after your bag. Like, what happened? Was it you? Did you like go through a depression phase, a phase in your life, and it just made you just give up on your dreams? Because if you really think about it, at the age of 24, a lot of people my age right now is actually going after their goals and dreams, and they're actually getting it done. Like, they're actually out here getting LLCs. Like, that's incredible to see. And for the people out here who's been doing the same thing over and over again since we graduated, bro, if you don't get it together, then I don't know what to tell you by the time you get to 30 years old. And I know they say like there's no age of going back to school, but don't nobody want to be 35 going back to school with a whole bunch of kids who's like 18, 19, 20. that's just the real as it get. And I know a lot of people used to tell me like, "Oh, Ante, you need to stop being so real on your podcast." And oh, Ante, why are you saying these hurtful things? Because if I don't tell y'all the real thing, then to me, after I leave this podcast, I'm gonna know for a fact that I just lied to you and told y'all some fake stuff. Like, I'm a real dude. I'm gonna tell you how it really is. So either you can take it or leave it. There's a cancel button. There's an end button for everything. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can just leave the podcast. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. It's that simple. This is my life. This is my experience, and a lot of people actually are going through what I've been going through in my life. So if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, there's no need for you to slide in my DMs and tell me, "Oh, stop doing this, stop saying that," because what are you doing? You're not doing nothing but watching me. So I'm really your role model. So I really appreciate you for all the people that slid in my DMs like that and tried to like go off on me about a couple things. But it's okay. Um, as of right now, I'm going through a change of life. And the reason I've never explained this in any of my podcasts, not even the first one, but the reason why I have changed all my names to things to Alpha is because, as you may know, if you don't know, I have a wolf tattoo on my hand. I got this at the age of 20. So, and the reason why I got this hand tattoo on my hands because I grew up with my father. It was just me and my father, and I see my mom like on the holidays and stuff like that because of a divorce situation. But me and my father, man, my dad, I've never seen my father cry before ever in his life. So my dad has always told me like, don't be no pussy boy out here, go handle your business and get it done. Like, be a man. And so I've always been taught like, it's okay to be not rude to people, but have some type of in you. You know what I mean? Like, don't be scared to say what you want to say. Like, say what you want to say, and I guess deal with the consequences at the end of the day. But the reason why I have this wolf tattoo is because I'm very strong in believing, being brave, being strong, and being very independent. And if you think about who the wolf, the animal of the wolf is, and the animal of the wolf, literally all it knows is I'm a vicious animal. I get my job done, and I handle it the right way, and I go home and take care of my family. That is what you call an alpha male. An alpha male take care of his responsibility, take care of his family, and gets the job done and asks no questions about it unless he needs help. Other than that, that's why I have this whole mentality of being an alpha, and my whole motto is just be a wolf, and that's it. Get your job done, and go home, and don't worry about no one else. And plus, I like wolves. Wolves are a pretty dope animal. They're very dangerous animals, but I like them a lot, and they motivate me in my daily life to get things done. So if anybody ever wondered why I changed it to Alpha Podcast or why I changed the team to Alpha is because yes, there's women out there, but women also have alpha mentalities. A lot of women actually do have alpha mentalities. A lot of women don't want to be babied, or a lot of women go out. A lot of women actually go out there, man, and they go out there and get that bag, man, and they actually get the job done. And I don't want to say this, but this is a true event, and the way that the world is going, there's a lot of men that's turning into simps, and there's a lot of women turning into alpha males. And I don't know why it's like that, but a lot of men are getting their minds and their bodies abused by OnlyFans, Instagram models, stuff that they watch, stuff that they listen to, the frequency in the music, like the music that you listen to. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I listen to rap music and trap music, but every now and then I might go listen to me some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, or something to ease my mind. Like, I don't want to listen to I'm gonna shoot you in your face. I don't want to listen to that all day, every day. I'm getting older now. Maybe I want to listen to some cool, calm, and collect music, some R&B stuff. Some music that our parents used to tell us about, but we just kept pushed our face to the other side. And yeah, it's just crazy to even like think like that because I never thought the older I got, the more calmer I'll start being. Cause I used to live a very wild lifestyle, and I've came a very calm person, and a lot of people are going through that, and they don't understand that it's okay to be calm. You don't gotta go be the what they call it, the big Birkin bag girl and go out every night. Like, don't do that to yourself, bro. Just live the lifestyle that you want to live. Maybe, yeah, okay, yes, maybe if you want to go live the life of a partier and live a life of a person that you see on social media that but they probably really don't live that lifestyle, then cool, go do it and see where you end up in within the next year or so. It might not be where you want to be. And a lot of people out here got kids that are my age that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And man, that breaks my heart because I don't got no kids myself. In the future, I will, but I'm not really focused on kids. But for the people out there that got kids, man, take care of your kids, bro. Take care of your kids and like be responsible for anything that happens. A lot of people still out here want to be scammers. Like I believe in very hard in karma. And a lot of my karma has been catching up to my life recently. And a lot of people that's out here that's thinking like, oh, okay, boo, I'm a scammer. I do the whole bank thing and like that's gonna catch up to you in the long run. I don't know when, but it's gonna catch up to you sooner or later than what you really think is gonna happen. And basically, this episode is a real episode talking about the goals and ambitions for people and what's coming for 2021 and what you should do for it. And also, what I want to discuss in this episode is understanding making the transit, making a, how should I say this, making a switch over into making your life very more happier than being more sad. And what do I mean by that is I think a lot of people need to start challenging themselves and starting opportunities that they have never started before. Like basically coming up with new hobbies. And if you sit around in the house all day, come up with a hobby or join a group or something. And I feel like everybody in 2021 should. I keep wanting to say 2020, but 2021. I think everybody should challenge themselves into starting new great opportunities. It could be anything that you want it to be, but just start a new page in your life, man. Start a new project. If you want to go paint or go buy you invest into a bike and be a cyclist, then you should do that. And me personally, what I'm doing is something to do fitness with my life. Is I never used to be that guy to be a runner, because in junior high I tried to do cardio. I mean, I tried to do cross country, and I tell you, I did that first meet, and I never do it again. After that, I never in my life was a runner. Like, and growing up, it's what's crazy is my family is actually a track family. My dad and their brothers used to be called the quarter horse brothers. They used to be very good at track, and I ran track and played baseball and football all my life. But it's like once you get out of high school, man, it's like all that just goes out of the drain. So my goal for 2021 is for my new project is to do more cardio. Actually, instead of doing cardio on the treadmill, because cardio on the treadmill really doesn't get the job done. So my goal is to actually do more cardio for as in running in the streets. Like I live in GP, so I've honestly been going out in the streets and just running. Like, and I have the Nike Club Run app, and I'm in this group, and we have to run 500 miles by the end of the year. That's a long time, but for me, 500 miles, bruh, that's a lot. So I've been trying to every week, maybe 2 to 3 times a week when I get off of work, or sometime in the day, maybe after a workout, I'll go hit some cardio. It doesn't matter if it's on the treadmill. It doesn't matter if it's a cardio hit workout. Like anything for me to do cardio. I just think by the end of this year, man, I want to be that guy. Since I'm already looking forward to being lean and being fit, I want to be that guy, man, that could just go out there and probably one day do a marathon or something like a 4K or something. Uh, I've never in my life thought I would be saying that, but yeah, like I see myself maybe one day doing that. So that'd be pretty interesting. I'm on my David Goggins mode right now. So, uh, yeah. So if you were out there, man, and you know for a fact you started something in your previous life that you want to pick back up, then cool. If you like cooking, start a business. If you like cooking, maybe you should do a food plan meal for certain people who need food plans. Like, there's a lot of people out here. And plus, in the state of Texas, it's a workforce state. There's money everywhere, so it doesn't matter what you want to do. Just get it done, man, and run with it and live your dream and live the way that people told you that you could never live like. And a lot of people right now are going through a phase where they're letting politics ruin their life, and now it's turning into a cancel culture. Why is it turning into a cancel culture? I have no clue as to why. But it's pretty weird to me that for anybody out there that has Twitter, Twitter is a different world than what you really. Oh my gosh, man! I just made a tweet not too long ago, which is today. And Twitter, man, is a different world. It's so weird to me how people on that app will literally talk out their mouth. Like they will say literally anything. And like some of the some of the topics that be trending, you click on a topic or something and you're like, okay, let me just read the thread a little bit. You reading it and it's like, what in the is all these people on this app retarded or just retarded? Like who's retarded, me or him? Because it's really crazy that people agree with certain things on that app. Like most recently, I think Joe Biden came out with his some plan thing, and then in that plan he was talking about the minimum wage, uh, making it bump up to $15 an hour or something like that. And a lot of people on the Twitter app were saying like, I'm a welder and I mess with metal and I don't think it's okay, which welders probably make $30 an hour. So let me use somebody else for an example. Okay, for me, for an example, I'm a dock worker. I work for a trucking company. I don't want to say it out there, but I make a good amount of money. But I don't think it's okay. Me personally, I don't think it's okay for someone at McDonald's to be making the same amount of money as a guy who cuts metal and does construction or something like that. Like me personally, that's kind of not okay. But there is a lot of jobs like McDonald's who are paying people that make $15 an hour. But and then when you go on Twitter though, it's like a cancel culture for sure. Everyone's attacking you. Everyone's making fun of you. Everyone's like, if you don't agree with Joe Biden saying or Donald Trump saying, then I can't talk to you. I'm gonna unadd you as a friend and move on with my life. But it's like, dude, I grew up with you, bro. Like I went to school with you. Like just because I look at something different than you're gonna cancel. Like you're gonna get rid of me. Like it's just that simple. And I know it reminds me of that show on Black Mirror where this guy had cheated on. It's this weird episode where you can like when you block people, um, they you know how like how should I say like people will turn invisible like on a video game or something, but like when you block somebody, their physical body is blurred out. So that person like literally blocked you out of their life. So it could be years from now, and then when you find this person, they're still blurred because they have you blocked out. Like in it's just crazy to think like they have Black Mirror. Loki has a lot of episodes on there that I think a lot of people should check out and then like put in perspective of like the things that's been happening in like real life situations, and it's pretty crazy. But stay away from the cancel culture people, and there's a lot of people out here who will do that to you. They will attack you on social media and tell you like you can't do this and you can't do that. And bro, like I was saying before, that is what you call a pussy person. They're not gonna tell you that stuff in person. They're not gonna tell you that to your face. All they're gonna do is they're typing over the phone, using them keys, boy. They know how to use them keys real well. But I promise you, if you was to go in person and prove that person wrong, or just show that person what you do on the daily life, the whole perspective of you will go away. Because these people behind them phone screens, they don't truly know like how it is to be a politician. Like I'm pretty sure being a politician is hard. Like they might be old, but like they gotta try to save the whole United States from a pandemic or some crazy stuff. Like yeah, I get it. They can make better decisions, but like man, that's a hard job. I personally don't want to ever do that in my lifetime. So stay away from the cancel culture and be the person be the person who is motivating people and taking people in a direction to better their life. We need more people like that. We need more leaders in our life right now. We don't need, and a lot of us are copycats. We're followers, man. We need more leaders. We need people to motivate these other people who doesn't really understand what's going on in the world and they're literally scared of COVID. Like we have people out there that needs to be educated on what's going on in this world. Like we have people who have committed suicide because they are too scared to talk to somebody because they get canceled out every time they try to go talk to someone, and that's not okay. So my challenge for myself and my challenge is for everybody that listen to me is be the leader. do a good deed daily. And what I mean by that, but I was in the Boy Scouts, man, and I made it all the way to Eagle Scout. So shout out to me, and shout out to all the haters that hate on people who was in the Boy Scouts. But I was in the Boy Scouts, man, and we had to do a good deed daily. If you need to open the door for somebody, do it. If you need to like hit up somebody, your old family member, and that you haven't talked to in a long time, man, do it. Like you have people out here that need some a little bit of push to keep them going. Like and I hate when people bring up the fact of like, oh, you can't tell that person that knowledge, or you can't, like, if I know something and I know for a fact this other person has a podcast, but I know something that's going to help him better his podcast, I'm going to tell him. I will have a conversation with him. I might even invite him on the podcast just because I want him to do better. I want to see everybody do better. Like, if you do better than me, cool. I'm not gonna complain about it because eventually in my life I will get there. You know, I will get to where I gotta get to. And a lot of people need to be more of a motivators and stop being followers. Stop letting people direct them in a negative lifestyle. And yeah, I think that's how I'm feeling today. And a lot of things are coming up in the 2020 year. Um, the Alpha Gaming team. If you are looking for a gaming team, please DM me on any social medias. You can follow me or look at my page on Alpha underscore Onte on Instagram, or you can DM me on the Instagram page for the gaming team at Alpha Gaming Team underscore. And also I just want to give a big shout out to everybody who has been watching the Alpha Talk podcast. I am all the way on episode 14, and I think it's pretty crazy that I'm actually this far. So I appreciate everybody on Facebook. I appreciate everybody that's watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, man, make sure you like and subscribe and share and leave a little comment down there. Actually, for anybody that's actually watching the Facebook Live, but if you're watching it now or if you're watching it late, and if you're watching on YouTube, I want you guys to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you guys want to do going into 2021. Just one goal or just anything that you want to tell me that's happening in your lifestyle that you want to complete in 2021. That would be greatly appreciated. Shout out to the sponsors, my dad and my stepmom. Shout out to myself, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna have a good guest, one of my great friends, and so yeah, appreciate everybody that's tuning in. And your boy Ante is out. Have a blessed night.